start with this stuff, but I have to start with this because I can't stand it. It's so awesome. This is my Make Art Station, and station is spelled S-T-A-Y-T-I-O-N. So I kind of want to start at the beginning on how this came to be. So I like to use stencils a lot, and for me it was very annoying to try and stencil when everything's wiggling around. So you're working on a slippery craft sheet, and the stencils are plastic and slippery. So for me it was very annoying, and I love stencils, so I thought I have to figure out a better way to get this done. I don't know, just like, and if it's moving, it's like, I don't like that. All right, so I had this idea, if something is magnetic, it will hold it in place. So I went to Ranger with an idea for, at that time, I called it a stencil station. And they said, like, what is all this about? And I said, I want a magnetic base that will hold our stencils in place. And they're like, all right. So what do you think this thing should look like? And I said, I want a 12-inch magnetic base. It has to be solid and not wiggly, so that if you want to work in the family room, maybe do watercoloring or whatever you want to do, I want it flat on your lap and not buckled or bending. Okay. Rounded corners so nobody gets hurt. I wanted a grid on the front so that we could easily line up things in any direction. And I said, I really don't care about the back as long as it's finished, so that's just my signature cornflower blue. But what I've been using this for is as a embossing station. So I'll put your magnets on, the little craft sheet, and now I have extra place to emboss. So that's been super handy to get this out of the way. I love it. So then the next thing I said, now this is the key. I said, if the magnets have to be exactly like I said, or I don't want to do it. Because and I did. They're like, what? And because there's a lot of magnets that break, right? You get them too close together, they snap. If you drop them, they snap. They pinch, yeah, and you can't get them apart. They pinch your fingers. So I said, here's what I want. They have to be cute. They're cute, right? They have to be really strong so that they will hold even my magic mat board, my die cuts, so you can see that held that. I don't want them to break, so they're actually brushed aluminum with a foam base so that they won't scratch the grid. I like that too. And magnets are going to stick together, but I want them to come apart easily.
Oh.
And that's what they do. And there's one there if anybody wants to play with it. So you don't have to listen to me tell you that they're good. They will not pinch your fingers. So once I figured out, and once I got it, it was a stencil station, but it's like, here's where the Ranger infomercial comes in, but wait, there's more. So it was like, I was grabbing it and using it, I didn't even really realize it. And so it's like things like, okay, I want to maybe put my washi on here, and I want to make sure my washi tape is straight. So if I line up my cards on here, just make sure my magnets are out of the way. I take my washi, oops, I've got a clipper on it. And if I line it up with the grid, it's on me. If I line it up with the grid anywhere I want my washi to stay, I stick it right to the grid, press it on my cardstock, get my magnets out of the way, and then I can either trim that off or just pop it in the back. But now my washi's straight every single time. So I mean, a very small thing, but when you do it, it's like,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I didn't have to, it's not like almost good, it's good. Other little things, again, if I want to maybe add another layer on here, as long as this is straight on my grid, I can take another piece, add my perfect card adhesive on here. I can put my ruler wherever I want it. So now I have that. This has got perfect card adhesive on it. All I have to do is set it there, and again, perfectly straight every time. So these are little things, but they're huge. Other little things, I was trying to arrange my die cuts on here, and everything was moving, so I put my flower pot there, this is moving, so it's making me crazy already, right? So if I put this on here, and it doesn't even have to be straight, because really I'm just trying to figure out how I want to arrange my little die cuts. So you can see, with just even having one magnet, or having the magnets here, you're already better. And once you get your main element down, sometimes I'll add another one on here, and then it's like, now I can go ahead and figure out what I want to do here.
Have things under.
Yeah, exactly, and everything's not moving around, and it sounds stupid, but it's such a time saver, and I don't know, it's just
Frustration level.
yeah, it's really just so convenient. So I've been doing that too. Other little things. If I want to stamp a sentiment like on a skinny little piece of cardstock here, if I put this on my craft sheet, it's going to slide around. I know I'm going to hit it when I go to stamp, right? And if I put it on here, same thing. But if I put it on with a magnet, all I have to do is line up my little sentiment strip here, put my magnet on, and now I can stamp on here, and it's not going to be wiggling out of all over the place. So I like that a lot too. So that's the infomercial. There's a whole lot more. So that's when the name changed from Stencil Station to the Make Art Station, STAYTION. Cool? The next thing, 4 magnets, the magnetic base, and the ruler for $19.99. I think that is huge. So when I did my little teasing, I put a $20 bill out there to let everybody know, because everybody's got $20 to spend, right? But it's not huge, and it's not like I'm gonna have to buy it again next year, because this is obviously gonna last. Will there be accessories? Don't make me say any secrets, okay? Because once I got this, I'm like, okay, we have these things too, guys. Okay. Just other things, when I was demoing yesterday, a lady said, my husband and I take a lot of road trips. He drives, and she said, I'm tired of looking at trees. And she said, I can put this on my lap in the car. It's small enough, and I can work in the car. You know, or I can work in the family room. If I want to get up and get a drink, I can set this on the table, and everything's not going to flop all over the place, and I'm not going to be picking it up off the floor. So I thought that was really good too.
They may need a couple.
Huh?
They may need a couple.
I think it'd be good for scrapbookers too. I don't do scrapbooking, but I wanted it 12 by 12 so scrapbook people could use it too. So you know, easily, if you have a big title, you could use the magnet to hold it down, or the ruler, and then do your collage arranging down here with the magnets. And I think that would be really handy for them too. Another lady said that she volunteers in a nursing home for early Alzheimer's people and people with disabilities, who maybe don't have use of both hands. And I thought, this is really genius. She said, I can give them a piece of paper, put the magnets on there, and it's going to stay there. And if they only have one hand, they can still paint with us. Yeah. So I thought, how sweet. That was really, almost made me cry. I thought, that is so sweet. It was just like she said, I'm going to have my nursing home order these, because it's just a handy tool for disabled. And I mean, like, that totally did not enter my mind. So I thought that was really pretty cool. And I think the price point is great, absolutely great. And I'm telling you, once you use it, you can't live without it. I had it for about 6 weeks, and Ranger's like, send it back, excuse me, so we can get the packaging done. I'm like, buy your own. No. No, I said, I can't send it back because I need it. And they're like, no, we need it for the packaging. There is only one. And I did send it back because I had to, obviously, but I would find myself turning around to grab it and it wasn't there. And I'm like, well, how did I make things straight before? I mean, I guess I just eyeballed it, but now it's just so easy to, everything stays in place. So that is my station. Any other ideas or thoughts? Don't ask for accessories, because I don't want to give away any secrets. They'll kill me. Any questions about this or anything?
No, it's great.
So you got, if anybody, huh?
This is brilliant.
Yeah. And it's really odd, because when I went to Ranger, like, we better research this and make sure no one else has it, and no one does. Mm-hmm. There's none on the market. They could not find anything similar.
The best part I like is the magnet, the shape of the magnet and the size of the magnet.
That was
You're
key.
never going to lose them. Otherwise, we are always finding the magnets, sitting on the floor. We are always looking for them.
And that's what I said. I said, if the magnets aren't perfect, then I don't want to do it. That's, I mean, that, to me, this was the key.
Yeah.
That is hugely important.
It's good. Smart idea.
Okay, so that is my station. We added 6 new Make Art blendable inks to the line, so these these coordinate with my Archival inks. So now we have 18 in the Make Art line. Still need 6 more to go, and these are adorable, right? Aren't they? Yes. I love them. The other thing that is super, super exciting for me, Ranger has not done dies before, so we did 4 stamp stencil die sets. So the first little part of the waterfall packaging has the stamps on here. It has dies on the second little page, and then the third page has a stencil. This one actually has a mask too. So stamp, stencil, and die, $14.95. So when they sent that, I'm like, is this a typo? Is it $24.95? And they're like, nope, that's right. So here's this one. This one is like my favorite flower, and I actually use that for my packaging. If I could find my packages anywhere. Yeah, there it is there. Oh, and on my ink pads too. So here's what the dies look like for this set, and then here's the stencil that matches this one. This one is, and when I design these, all 4 sets are interchangeable. So yeah, so if they get only one or two, they can still add on to them, yeah, so that you're not stuck with only using the stamp set. So like these two I don't have sentiments on, because I wanted to squeeze a lot of images on, but you can use the sentiments for here are sentiments that you already have. So this is a good one too. This has a lot of little filler things for the pots. There's the dies, and then a different stencil for this one. And what these do, these allow you to add polka dots to the pots, and they're sized exactly so that you don't get the dots in the background. They're only sized to fit over the pots. Okay, and this one is a cute one too. And there's the dies for this one. And then there is the stencil for this one. So $14.95 I think is a wonderful price. A lot of good value there, right? Okay. I wanted to do just a little reminder about the detail blending tools because I get a lot of questions like when should I use them. So what I did was I just shaded a few petals so that you can see the difference in using the blending tools. So these don't have any shading, and you can see how much better they look, how much more dimensional they look with the shading on there. So I love these things. I do. The foam is the same Ranger foam as the big blending tools. So, and they actually, I was kind of surprised, pleased, because the adhesive on here, they held up really, really well. So those are excellent. Washi tape. This is my first time doing washi tape too, and I didn't know what to expect, and the reviews have been really, really good. They're like, this is Wendy tape, because it looks like me. And Kelly actually took like snippets of my art to make the washi tapes, and there's some little samples here of what they actually look like in bigger sections. Each roll has 6 yards on it, and each package costs $9.99. So Tracy was here before, and she said like a roll of washi tape normally costs $2.99 or $3.99. So that's
A great value.
yeah, that's what she said too. She said the price is really good on that, so I'm happy about that. And how do I store my washi tape? In my cute little bag. I know. This is another thing too. Look at this, $4.99. Like free, huh? $4.99. So when I did the art for this, I thought, okay, what do I want? I kind of want to have like multi-purpose. So I did the sentiment, never priceless, never forget how special you are. So kind of a reminder to ourselves, because sometimes we beat ourselves up. But I also thought it would make a great gift for friends.
Yeah.
Right, because it's just a nice, at $4.99 you can take the bag and put anything in it. So I think it makes a great gift. If you're given a gift card even, you know, those envelopes are just kind of generic. You can just pop it in here. It can be a makeup bag. I store my washi in mine, but I like it a lot. Okay, and then this thing, I just wanted to do a little reminder about using Archival on fabric. So this was actually stamped and colored with the Archival ink, and this has been washed, I think, about 3 times. So the Archivals are permanent and waterproof, where these are not. Okay. What else can I tell you? Any questions or what?
Can you show how you use the stencil on this mat? Because somebody asked.
Oh, sure.
Yesterday about
Sure.
that.
So I can put this on here anywhere I want. Just put my magnets on anywhere that's out of my way. Grab an ink, and you'll see that the stencil does not move. So it's really nice if you're going to add embossing paste or something. You need a hand to hold the jar, and then you need a hand to scoop it out. So you have 2 hands to work with, and this stays in place. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big boss. So you can see it stays in place.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's super, super, super convenient. Like I said, if I get to the 3rd or 4th time, it's like, did I tell them that or not? But it holds even like my mat cord, which is really pretty thick. 1 magnet will hold that too. So even if I want to do a little arrangement on here, I can still put my heart on here. I can do my little die cuts here.
I also like to have holes.
Yeah, I saw on Pinterest, people have pegboard systems in their room, so I thought, you know, that's kind of nice to be able to hang it. Yeah, yeah. I just kind of, and it's thin, so you can slide it between a cabinet. You know, like if you have, I don't know, whatever kind of systems you have, they're just kind of. But I'm gonna tell you what, you use it, you won't put it. Oh, one other thing too, I had a lot of questions, about how to clean paint off of it, and I'm like, you know, it's not a replacement for a craft sheet. It's really, this is the craft sheet. If you're gonna do something yucky, messy, that, you know, it's paint. I'm not a friend of paint. I do much better with inks. But so if I'm going to use paint, it's going to be on the craft sheet. It's not going to be on my little baby here.
You can always just put the sheet
Oh,
on
yeah, you
top
could.
and use the magnet.
You could. You could, but that little sheet is not going to be enough for me with paint because I am very messy with paint.
Even if they have the bigger sheet, though.
Yeah,
they
you
can
could.
cover it and then
Yeah,
just
and
still use
really,
it
I
like
think
this.
you could slide it under your craft sheet too, like if for the regular size craft sheet at home with that. Size. With the craft sheet. With the craft sheet. Any other questions?
Super awesome. We can't wait.
I know. I'm telling you, it's
When does it come out again?
it's shipped to us now, so the first part of March. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.